All right, guys, we're working on a LG front loader, and the complaint is washer is not letting in water. Okay, you can check these solenoids. A couple different ways of doing it. If your solenoid is good, meaning if it is opening, then you should actually be able to let water in. Now, we can mimic voltage because your coils are nothing more than a magnetic. So what happens, they get energized and they actually open. So I could put a magnet, this is a heavy duty magnet, and it will actually pull and let water in. Pay attention to this one. See that? Letting water in. Good. See that? And okay. Now, if all is well, they all should work. Okay. See that one? He's not as good. See how stuck he was? That's not a good valve. Okay. And this one is definitely not good. See that? So it's stuck. Okay, it's very slow. Now look at the one on the left. Okay, see that? Powerful. So this valve is bad. Okay, this is the hot. Powerful. Cold. But this side, when the machine calls for water here, is very weak. And water is supposed to go in at a certain volume. If it's not met, it will give a code. This one is not too bad, but still pretty weak. Okay, and this one for sure is done. Okay, now I will show you what you can do sometimes to help these out. Pour a little bit of WD-40 down in there, and sometimes it's just corrosion, and we're gonna try that. All right, guys, so we just add some WD-40 in our valves, right? You remember they were stuck. Only one was working. I think it was this guy, and he was not working that well. No, he wasn't working, and he was really slow. And sometimes, like I said, you can tap, slight tap on them, nothing crazy. And now we're going to use our magnet again and see what we have. Put you down for a second. All right, so we know this one was good. Okay, you can hear the water. Now I'm going to check this one. Now remember, this one was not working. See that? Okay. And this one was really low. So still not good, but better. Wanted to show you what a strong working valve looks like. The first one was weak, okay? Now look at the flow of water. See that? That's a good valve, working good, very strong. And the other one was weak. So when they're flowing like that, they're getting bad. Just replace them, or, you know, put up with the low flow water. And keep in mind, you can always use a meter, multimeter, to check a water valve. It's very inaccurate. The best way to check them is with power or a magnet based on the flow of water flowing out. So if you just, you know, put a meter on there, you may get a certain amount of resistance, but that doesn't actually mean the valve inside is opening and closing correctly. Thank you. Alright guys, so we're checking water valves this is on LG, but this test could be used on any other washer, refrigerator, anything that has a water valve. So what we have here is our test lead, okay? This is something I made. It works great. We plug it in here. It's connected to this, okay? The washer, make sure the washer or whatever you're checking is unplugged. Okay, so no power. So now when you plug this in, you should hear water coming in, okay? Because everything's hooked up, so we should get water. If the valve is good, water should be nice and strong. Okay, you can hear it. That's a good valve. That one is good, functioning. Let's check the other one. That's pretty good as well. You can hear the force of the water, and then once power is removed, boom, shuts off great and strong. Let's check this one. Hear that? That's heavy, heavy resistance. Okay? It's taking more energy to open that valve. So that's a shorted valve. That valve is bad. So he needs to be removed, replaced. So guys, if everything checks out and your water valve's still doing that, you need to replace the board.